Okay, sorry for the rough start to the video, but here we go. This is the answer for the first one. Now, this first one is in vertex form. So in vertex form, you can read the vertex straight from the graph. This one has three transformations, a vertical shift, or excuse me, stretch. It also has moved left 7 and down 8. Okay, now what I'm expecting is you already did this in class with your friends, and I want you to watch this and check your answers. And I don't care if you missed something, but I want to see that you checked your work. So there are all these. Now, how would we graph this? So we're going to start at the point -7, -8. So that's all the way down here. And this is going to have a vertical stretch of 3. So instead of going over 1 and up 1, we're going to go over 1 and triple it and go up by 3. And we know to triple it because there was a 3 in front of it. And then we're going to go over 2, but instead of going up 4, we're going to go up 12. And your graph should look like this. Okay. And the minimum is down here at -8 because it's the lowest point, and then there's your domain and range. All right, let's see what happens on the second graph. So this one, there's 4 different transformations. So it's a reflection with the negative, a 1/2 is a vertical shrink, the -3 is a right 3, and the +8 is up. So there's all your information. How would we graph that? Well, we'll start at the point 3, 8. Now, normally for reflection, we're going over and down, but this time, whatever number is in front, we're going to multiply the down by 1/2. So instead of going over 1 and down 1, we're going to go down 1/2, and then we're going to go over 2. And instead of going down 4, we're only going to go down 2, and that makes our graph like this. All right. Now, these last two were in standard form. So in standard form, you need to find the vertex by doing the opposite of A over B, then plugging it in. So I got -1, and then when I plugged it in, I got -10. My y-intercept, remember, it's the last number, and yes, you have to write it as an ordered pair. So when I go to graph this, I'm going to graph my vertex. So I have -1, -10, which is right here. My axis of symmetry is going to go right through this point. I know my y-intercept is at 0, -8. So what I have now is the right side of my parabola. What I'm missing is the left side, but because it's symmetrical and that's 1 to the right, I know this point has to be 1 to the left, and there's my graph. Okay, again, make sure you're checking your work, and if you have any mistakes, that's totally fine. I want you to fix it. Okay, and our last one that's in standard form, I did the opposite of A over 2B. And that gave me the vertex of 4, or the x-coordinate of 4, and I plugged it in and I got 9. So my vertex is 4, 9, which is this point up here. Okay, but this one, okay, so I know the axis of symmetry is here. My y-intercept is 0, -7, way down here, but that's okay. Now we know that because this one is 4 to the left, this one has to be 4 to the right to keep it symmetrical. And there is my parabola. So once you've got your sheet corrected, turn this in, and then you can do the next activity with the factoring review.